Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm excited to show you my pressure cooker, and I'm going to be making pot roast. It's my second time making pot roast and so far I am in love with it. There's a couple things I would change about the recipe, but I'll talk more about that towards the end of the video. So first thing is chopping up all of the vegetables. I chose to stick to the recipe, but I definitely think I'm going to add more vegetables to my next pot roast. Just make sure to be careful that you don't add vegetables that can get too mushy if you're going to cook it through from the beginning to the end. And if you do choose to use vegetables that can get a little bit soft after cooking, definitely add those towards the end so that way you don't have a huge soup at the end. You still want a nice pot roast. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I absolutely do not like cooking. It's not my favorite thing to do. I do like trying new recipes, so I mean I've gotten better at it. I've gotten better at liking it, but it's still the thing I don't like to do the most. But I'm trying to do something more and something new, and that's why I like the pressure cooker, because it makes me try different things out of my comfort zone. And so far this recipe definitely is a win. So now that my vegetables are chopped up, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my potatoes. This time I opted to put the potatoes in the pot roast and not actually have mashed potatoes on the side. I do think next time I make this, I am going to continue with doing my mashed potatoes on the side. It was good in the pot roast. I just like to have mashed potatoes on the side. It's just a personal preference, but other than that, it was pretty good in the pot roast. I like how this pressure cooker can do different things, and so right now I'm setting it to the brown and saute mode so that way I can brown the meat. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan, and this way it's going to really bring all the flavors of the seasonings that we are about to coat onto our pot roast. I'll have all the ingredients linked down below with the recipe, but I'm just going to be seasoning the meat now. I'm going to be putting salt, pepper, onion and garlic powder and a couple of other seasonings that I personally like, and I'm going to coat all sides of this so that way we can prep it and sear it into the pan. And just make sure you really rub it in there well enough, because you really want that seasoning and that flavor to come out. Now this is where I realized that I wish beforehand I would have marinated my meat instead, and I think I'm going to do that next time. Now this pot roast did still come out really good. I just know for more flavor to marinate beforehand and let that seasoning really sink deep into the meat. So I'm going to try that next time and see how it comes out, and I'll let you guys know. I wanted to show you guys that you want to put the settings on brown saute mode and on high heat, so that way you can sear the meat. Here is how the meat is looking as it's being seared. And once that's done, we're going to add our beef stock as well as our Worcestershire sauce. And then I also went ahead and added those onions and garlic. And I like to have my liquid level come over the meat just so that way the meat cooks all the way through, and I like it to pull apart towards the end. So we're going to lock our pressure cooker, close the steam vent so that way the pressure builds up inside, put it on the meat setting for about 35 minutes and make sure that it is on high, and then after that we'll add the other vegetables in. So now that everything is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and clean up after myself and just make sure that the kitchen is nice and clean so that when the food is ready I can eat and I don't have to worry about cleaning the kitchen up afterwards. So once the first timer was up, I decided to go ahead and add more time to it after I put in the rest of the vegetables that we chopped up earlier, and just let it cook for about another 35 minutes, and then here is how it is looking. So here is the final product. It came out really well. Next time I'll just marinate the meat overnight, but this came out pretty good. I'll have the link to the recipe down below. Hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.